Ranking most relatable life moments. When you realize your phone is on 1%. And then your phone dies anyway. When you open your eyes after trying to sleep so your sleep progress resets. I hate that feeling. When you're just chilling and your sibling starts screaming for no reason. It always be the game they're on. When the walk is so long, so you start making up scenarios in your head.
My whole family is going to die. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, I made it.
Till this day, my family has no idea how many times I've saved them. Mom's at 6 a.m. on a weekend for no reason. Can you quiet down, Mom? Ranking most relatable life moments.
Many people tried smart home gadgets. Some succeeded, some failed. But in the end, there will be a message about Islam that will touch your heart.
Hi, baby. Say mama.
Yan.
Ma.
Pakagising ko pa nga lang, mama. Ka ng mama.
Mama nga ka.
Guys, teka lang naman. Nagmamadali ka. Sinusubukan ko na nga, di ba? Hirap na nga ako dito. Kakairi mo pa nga lang sa akin kanina sa ospital. Gusto mo magsalita agad ako ng mama? Mamadali ka. Kaloko to na pag...
Tama na. Huwag ka na umiyak.
Huwag ka na umiyak. Kulit mo. Girl, sanggol ako, di ba? Ano ba dapat gawin ko? Di ba umiyak? Ano ba yung pinanganak mo dito, aso? Gusto mo tumahol ako? Dami mong arte sa buhay. O sige, ikaw umiyak dito. Ako iire.
Ang cute naman ng baby.
Aray!
Ang cute.
Aray, masakit nga, di ba? Kulitin ko yung itlog mo eh.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Ay, yan ang boring naman tugtog nyo. Yung TikTok, yung trending yun sa TikTok. Ayan. $100?
Four things I never seen in my life. One,
This teacher was sick of cell phones ringing in class, so he made a new rule. If your phone rings in class, you have to answer it on speaker. Everyone immediately silenced their phones. Thinking he solved the problem, he went back to teaching. But the very next day, a phone started ringing. Everyone instantly pointed at one girl. The teacher asked, "Put it on speaker and answer." She nervously picked the call, and a voice announced, "I'm calling from the clinic, and your pregnancy test came back positive." Embarrassed, he stuttered, "You can take that off speaker." After she hung up, the teacher said, "I want to publicly apologize for this." But the girl just smiled and said, "It's totally fine. I was expecting this, and I actually already picked out a name for the baby. The first name is April, and the middle name is Fools." The teacher froze for a second and realized he had just been pranked.
Okay, you might want to.
I'll call back later.
Hey, I want a little bit more.
That's okay. I've been expecting this, and I already know what I'm going to name the baby. The first name will be April, and the middle name.
This teacher was.
While walking my daughter to school, I noticed a mime on our street with a sign that said, 7 days until it happens. He had a notebook out and was writing things down, handing out drawings to people who walked by. My daughter thought he was hilarious and ran over to give him a coin. He took it, staying perfectly in character, and waved at her in slow motion while smiling with these wide eyes. Over the next few days, he never left. His sign now said 5 days, and he was tying elaborate knots with a rope, spinning them into shapes while people threw money and clapped. By the time it said 3 days, he was crouched over a padlock, showing the crowd how to break it with a bobby pin, and people were filming and laughing. But with 2 days left, I noticed something odd. He'd only pick up his notebook and write it in when I was with my daughter. If I walked by alone, his notebook stayed on the ground, and the day his sign said 1 day left, he wasn't performing at all. He was just standing completely still, and when my daughter waved at him, he didn't wave back for the first time all week. The next morning, he was gone. I was creeped out, but tried to ignore it, and just went to work as normal. But around 2 p.m., my daughter called me. She whispered, "Daddy, there's someone in our house." I couldn't believe what I was hearing and went pale. I told her to lock herself in the bathroom because I was coming and called the police, telling them everything. I sprinted out to my car and immediately hit the accelerator, running every red light on the way, praying my daughter was still alive. When I got to my street, I saw my front door wide open. My stomach sank and I ran inside instantly, expecting the worst. That's when I saw the mime's notebook and the bobby pin he'd been performing with on the drawer. I ran around the house and found the mime standing in the middle of my daughter's room. He was holding a rope, but when he saw me, he didn't even run. He just smiled and said, "She looks just like her." I slammed him into the wall and held him there until I heard the sirens. Police arrested the mime, and while I was hugging my daughter, told me that 3 years ago he'd lost custody. His wife took their 10-year-old and vanished, so he'd been drifting between cities, finding girls who looked like his daughter to try take home. He was homeless, so the money people gave paid for the ropes and tools, and the tricks he performed were him practicing the kidnapping skills. While walking my...
I love you, Lord.
Unlock my phone.
Only $20 a glass. $20? Lemonade? We'll take 4. Dang. And that's 100% profit for me, because I got these lemons in my new backyard.
I would like some lemonade, little girl. You are my new neighbor?
Yep. $20, Goldilocks.
But this is Fabulous Lemons.
I don't see your name on them. What? But your lemon tree hangs over in my new yard.
You should ask someone before you take their lemons.
Can I have your lemons?
Nope.
$20 lemonade!
I thought I told you not to pick up Fabulous Lemons.
I didn't pick them. They fell into my yard. So that makes them Katie's lemons.
Huh? You hit them with the tree hitting stick.
You can't prove that.
Oh, really?
You put a camera in the tree?
Yes.
Ranking best childhood moments. Me as a kid running with my dad's phone because Mark Work is calling.
Look, it's calling again.
But you bring it too late and the call is missed. 8-year-old me drinking water like this for no reason. And it's usually after playing outside. Me as a kid, doing whatever this is. I used to do it on the kitchen counter. When your mom tells you to do something while she's on the phone.
No worries. Yeah, it was fine.
And then she gets mad at me for not understanding. Me as a kid forcing my dad to carry me around the pool. I miss my childhood.
Ranking best childhood moments. Me as a kid when my parents shouted at me.
Away! I am leaving! I am never coming back to this place ever again! They don't care about me!
8-year-old me at 3 a.m. deciding to change my life. POV, you talk back to your mom in the car and she pulls this move. When you want something and your mom says yes.
Go and get my purse. Yes!
Ranking best child.
You can set up a finger. My school said a prayer for a girl who faked every injury she ever had. This girl came to school with a different cast every other week. She'd hold her arm out in the hallway and cry until someone signed it. I signed one that morning right before the whole school got called to the gym for an assembly. Halfway through, her mom walked in. She went straight to the director and whispered something in his ear. He picked up the microphone and called the girl down. Her mom leaned in and whispered something, and the girl let out a scream so loud it echoed off the walls. She yelled, "Oh my God," and started sobbing before she even made it to the door. She collapsed halfway there and just kept crying on the ground until her mom dragged her outside. 10 minutes later, she walked back into class with her eyes swollen shut and sat down without saying a word. She put her head on her desk and sobbed through the rest of the day. Nobody said anything. Teachers didn't even ask her to pick her head up. That night, her friends texted her and she only wrote back, "Why couldn't it have been me?" By Monday, a kid in my class said her dad and little sister got into a car accident and neither of them survived. The school held a prayer for her and passed around a card for everyone to sign. Her desk sat empty for over a week. When she finally showed up, her friend asked about her dad. She scrunched her face. "What about my dad?" My mom told me she couldn't pick me up because my sister broke her pinky and she had to take her to the hospital. Nobody knew what to say. The whole meltdown was because she had to walk home. And on the walk home, she tripped on her shoelaces and scraped her knee. That was why she missed over a week. My school said a prayer for a girl who faked every injury she ever